girl with a preppy vibe. Came to the spot with a friend of mine. She caught my eye. From the beginning, I was hooked. I can't tell a lie. Fresh, dressed, and fly. I respect her mind. Some dude trying to impress, but looking goofy at the same time. He bugging, she looking. I'm going for mine. Confidently, I approach with that eye-to-eye contact. She smiling while adjusting her hair, so I smile back. Pretty girl, what's your name? She said, is that true? Cause if it is, your name perfect for you. My name handsome. She said your name fits you too. See, we was clicking, and after that, time just flew. Then that time came to talk to her pops. He gave his blessing. And then that mind frame I had was honoring and protecting. I knew she was the woman we met. I found my future girl, and no other woman compares to my girl. Yeah, I knew it from the start.
Good morning. Happy New Year. It is 2026, y'all. Welcome. Let me give you guys an opportunity to get into the live stream here. Yes. Yes. It is 2026. We have made it here safe and sound. Yes, we have. Yes, for those who are here, I am STEMFashionista. And here we talk about fashion, lifestyle, DMV content, all other things. And I am doing my brunch live stream here just to usher in the new year and for us to, set the tone right for the year, y'all. So we got Mr. Lou here. Okay, Happy New Year to you. Welcome to the live stream. You were here last night for the New Year's Eve hangout. So appreciate the support. Yes. Yes, I do. Let's see, y'all. I got a few things for us to look at today, but I want to give us a little bit of time to get people inside of the live stream, and then we are going to get it cracking, y'all. Oh yes. So I have my Prosecco, my pink Prosecco. I'm sorry, my Prosecco Rosé. So cheers to the New Year's, y'all. Let's get into it. That is good. Yes. So good. How was y'all New Year's Eve? What did you guys get into? So we do have, okay, Mr. Lewis saying like, comment, share and subscribe. Yes, y'all. If you are here, please like, share, comment, and subscribe and support the channel. Appreciate that. How was y'all New Year's Eve? What did you guys get into? We have Mr. James Ferris here. Good morning. How are you doing today? Welcome to the live stream. And Happy New Year to you as well. You were here last night. I am doing good. I got up this morning and went to the gym, got my first workout in for the 2026. And I talked to my mom this morning and she's doing good. She was at home drinking her coffee and doing what she likes to do as a retired person. So my parents are doing great. And so I'm truly blessed. Everyone in my family thus far made it into the 2026 safe and sound and in good health and of sound mind. So, yes, love that for me and mine. Yes. Good afternoon, Mr. James Ferris. And you said I look great. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. I got on my nice little soft clothes, as we like to say. I got my soft clothes on because, we're going to ease into 2026. We're going to ease into this day. I think I am going to go by Target because I got my vision board live stream tomorrow. Got to give me some supplies and everything. But yes, y'all, very excited about 2026. It is going to be our year. We claiming it. Cheers to that, okay? Mm. But yes, I hope you all had a great New Year's Eve. I hope that your 2026 is starting off to a great start as well. And yes, so I just kind of want to talk to you guys, hang out with y'all a little bit, and go from there, y'all. So let's get into some good news here while we warming some things up. So as you guys may have saw, it's been all over the news, but Mamdani was sworn in as the mayor of New York like at midnight this morning. So he's the youngest mayor and the first Muslim mayor for New York City. So that took place this morning. I think it's gonna be like a actual public service, like a public event for it, I think this afternoon. So I'm not in New York, so I don't follow it, but I saw it all over the news and everything. Okay. Then also I saw that our girl Beyonce is a billionaire now. Beyonce is, I think, the fifth musician to become a billionaire. I know her husband Jay-Z is one, and I think Rihanna is one. And Jay-Z, Rihanna, probably, I don't know who else it would be. Because I'm not sure where P. Diddy or um Kanye West falls in that, but I do know that Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Rihanna are at least three of the five billionaires, according to Forbes. Yes. So what we think about that, y'all? So let's just see. As you guys know, when when we start, a new year and everything, some of us like to kind of, prioritize our intentions, you know what I'm saying? Try to, figure out what we want to focus on for the next year. Now, honestly, for me, I do try to focus on things throughout the year. If I get a goal mid-year, I'm gonna pivot and start working it. You know what I'm saying? I don't tend to wait until the beginning of the new year to get after what I want to achieve, right? But since I am doing my live stream for my vision board on tomorrow, I already started kind of figuring out, okay, what are my my buckets, if you will. So yes, movement as a lifestyle is one of my things. I've always been doing this. We're gonna keep that going. Clear financial goals. I always want to, ensure that I am making the right decisions with my money, whether it comes to my future retirement or what I got going on like right now. Travel intention. I plan on doing some more traveling this year, international and in the United States. Also, aligned routines. I'm gonna revamp my morning and nighttime routines, so that'll be good for me as well. And then also quality over noise. I am going to be cutting out the fluff, honey. If it's not of quality, then you know what? I can't be bothered with it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so that is what I'm going to be kind of focusing on, if you will, when it comes to the 2026 and the goals, right? So yes. Now I see I have a comment here from Mr. Lou. He says, okay, he's giving me the list of the five billionaires that are musicians. So we have Beyonce, Jay-Z, Rihanna, Taylor Swift, and Bruce Springsteen. Yes, okay. Shout out to them, y'all. Also, let's see this right here. I thought this was interesting. This gentleman he's in Japan, and he gets paid 80K a year to hang out with people. So they rent him and he may like meet you for dinner or whatever, and just sit with you and eat with you. And people pay him to do that to the tune of $80,000 for the year. Okay. That's kind of interesting, right? But yeah, so yeah. Let me sip this real quick. Very interesting. So with that, so yeah, if you're looking for employment, he has created, I guess, a new avenue for, employment, sitting, helping people out that are lonely. Okay, y'all. So what I wanted to show you first thing up is the whole Nick Shirley thing. We talked about Nick Shirley last week, where he was at this place called the Learning Center, and it's part of that whole thing out in Minnesota, where the people out there are alleging that the Somalis are doing all this fraud, right? So he's quite entertaining to me, and he has a new little person assisting him with some of this stuff. So let's get into this first video real quick.
After an independent reporter, Nick Shirley's video investigating federally funded childcare centers in the Twin Cities went viral. Minnesota officials are pushing back, though, saying previous investigations into the locations referenced in Shirley's videos did not uncover evidence of fraud. One childcare business that's now under the microscope is Quality Learning Center in Minneapolis, which misspelled learning on its sign. They say they're fixing the spelling.
A lot of the journalism that's been going on the last couple of days has been really dishonest. I don't want to point fingers at anybody, but I do feel like what was done was someone came to our building outside of operating hours. When there's a specific sign on our door that says our days and our hours, he came outside of those hours and then claimed, hey, they're closed and they're still making money. They're using taxpayer money to work. And it's like, you don't come outside of operational hours and then say they're using taxpayer money. That was completely false.
Okay.
We're being followed by the Somali.
Sorry about that. So yeah, I think you made a good point. Like, I'm not really sure like what time Nick is going to these places. I mean, according to his videos, it's like, he's posting like 2-3 days ago, like during the holiday time. So some daycares may be closed, during this time of year, with people being out for like Christmas and New Year's, that type of thing. So not really sure if when he went is a true reflection of when these people are actually open. But according to this owner here, he's saying that they have the time and stuff on the signs and that he's not coming during their hours of operation. But I'm wondering if it's more or less because of the holiday season going on. But yes, y'all, what do you guys think about that? Very interesting. But yes, let's go ahead on to the next video, because now he has someone with him as he's doing these different investigative site visits, as I want to call it. Let's check it out.
Somalis. This is another daycare center, absolutely no signage, and there's no footprints in the snow of children playing outside. $5 million within the past
5.9 million in 2 years. 5.9 million they received in 2 years. That facility right there.
And now we have a group of Somalis telling us in our vehicle right now.
From this daycare center, we headed over to the infamous Quality Learning Center, which actually spells Quality Leering Center on the outside of their sign. That's how blatant this fraud is here at this daycare.
Don't open up!
So this is Quality Leering Center. I meant to say Quality Learning Center.
Don't open
They
up!
said they spelt
Have
learning
ice
wrong.
here. Don't open up!
How do you have ice here, ma'am? I'm literally a YouTuber.
Don't open up!
Ma'am, what do you think about the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota?
Don't open up! We have ice!
And what do you think about this place being licensed for 99 children
Don't open up!
and getting $4 million
Don't
over
open
the
up! It's ice!
$4 million in the last 2 years?
Go away!
What do you think about that? Are you in
Go
favor?
away!
Are you in favor of that?
Go away!
You know where
You're
the-
not welcome here.
Are you-
Shame on you!
Are you in favor of $1.9
Shame
million
on you. It's
going
ice.
illegally,
Don't open up!
fraudulently to this business that has Quality Learning Center but can't even spell learning right on the door?
Don't open up!
Ma'am, we are not ICE.
I don't care who you are. You don't belong here.
I belong here just like you belong here.
Don't open up! It's ice!
You do realize that there's supposed to be 99 children in here at this building, but there's no one here. This is a child daycare
Minnesota
center.
says 99 children. Paid $1.9 million this year in CCAP funding. Do you know where the children are? Were they kidnapped? They run away? Where are the children? This is state of Minnesota. Right here.
And who are you?
My name's Nick Shirley, ma'am.
And who are you with?
Nick Shirley. Nick Shirley on YouTube.
Yeah, so who are you with here?
Oh, he's just been doing some research investigating the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota.
Yeah, I'm with Nick Shirley.
This lady, she's calling us ICE. We're just trying to put law and order back in the streets of the United States. Get rid of all the fraud. Now we're
Okay, y'all. I thought that was hilarious. How that lady was like, "Don't open up, don't open up. It's ice." So it's funny to me because they are of similar background, and so you have these two gentlemen on one accord, and she's on a different accord. And I'm like, wow, this is interesting here. So, but yeah, the fact that she pulled up on them, it was like, hey, don't open up. It's ice. I mean, they are clearly not ice. What are y'all saying here in the comments here? Okay, Mr. Lou says not the learning center, the Leering Center. Yes, how are you? You know what? For you to be a daycare, a learning institution, as soon as that sign would have came to my facility, I would have said, you know what? No, we need to get this redone. If I got to pay for it, okay, because I personally would not have my kids go to an institution and they cannot spell the name learning. correct on the sign. Thankfully, the name is correct, on their paperwork. But you can't put the name, you can't spell the name right on the sign, and you're called a learning institute. You're a learning institution. You're a learning center. Like, oh my goodness. So Lou says, laugh a lot. I don't know what time either, but it was daytime. It was definitely daytime. It was. And apparently, on some of the videos I've seen, there were people that he was talking to like went through the door and stuff like that. So it was during operating hours, I would think, because if you're closed for, like, say, the holidays, you may not have people actually at work. You know what I'm saying? So that's interesting too, right? What else we got here? Yeah, that lady, like I put here, she was serious. That lady was very serious. When she was out there, don't open up, it's ice. Like, she letting them know, like, she support the Somali community that's out there. So, all right. So Lou is laughing. So we have Sam Kilshaw. Welcome to the live stream, Sam Kilshaw. Glad that you're here. Happy New Year to you as well. Um, He or she is from the UK. So yeah, glad that you're here. Hope you had a great New Year's Eve. And then we have Lou saying, laughing, where are the children? Yes, where are the children? Now there's a video that I'm going to show you a little bit later here where they had kids, being dropped off, coming in. Yeah, it's interesting. I'm like, I don't have kids in daycare, but with my nieces and nephews, I mean, typically they want you in by a certain time, and it just seems like a very relaxed environment with how they have their stuff set up, right? But yeah, I did also see where I think President Trump said that he was gonna halt um funding to the daycare institutions. Let me look that up real quick. 'Cause I remember seeing that last night. Let me get the right info. 'Cause I know they wanted the governor for Minnesota to kind of step in. 'Cause they have been doing some auditing, from my understanding, but they didn't find anything, according to these folks. Um, let's see what we got here. What ChatGPT can tell me real fast. And for those who are new here, cheers to the new year. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Okay. Okay. So what I got from ChatGPT is that, yes, there is breaking news. There is breaking national news that the Trump administration is freezing / halting federal child care daycare funding. That is going to be tied to new verification requirements and fraud investigations. So, okay. So this is going to affect payments statewide across all the 50 states, not just one. And states must now supply stricter documentation like attendance records, licenses, inspection reports before funds are released. Yeah. And they are crediting this happening to the move was triggered by allegations of widespread fraud in Minnesota child care programs, especially at some centers run by Somali American operators after a viral social media video, which is from Mr. Nick Shirley. Yeah, so as far as like impact and reaction, they're saying that Minnesota childcare providers and parents say the freeze is devastating because federal funds support thousands of families and centers. And the Minnesota governor and other state officials call the action politically motivated and warn it could disrupt services for low-income families. And childcare advocates warn heightened paperwork and audits could strain providers nationwide. So yeah, so I guess if they meet the pending verification and audits and whatnot, then they'll get their funds. So yeah, it's gonna definitely require a little bit more paperwork, right? To make sure this money is going where it needs to go. You know what I'm saying? So let me get back to the to what's going on here in the chat, y'all, because y'all are definitely a part of this show here. So Lou says, where are the children? And then Sam Kilshaw says, glad you are doing something about it. Happy New Year to you too. Thank you. He said, oh my God, yes. He said, I did. Thank you. Hope you did too. And he said he has. I think you're talking about President Trump doing the freezing and halting of the funds. Yes. So then we have Lou saying the fact that the lady was trailing them and showed up saying don't open up leads me to believe this was during what should have been operating hours. But I ain't gonna hold you. Oh yeah, it's definitely during, I would think, operating hours. I just don't know if they were actually open, during like the holidays. You know what I'm saying? Like where I worked at, um, certain things are closed like on the day before Christmas, the day after Christmas, same thing with like New Year's. So I wasn't sure about that. Then we got Sam Kilshaw saying Somalians, and he said, if I'm saying he and you're not a he, then please forgive me. Um, I don't mean to offend if I'm not calling you the correct gender. But Sam Kilshaw also said that that's the sad thing is low income families will now be struggling even more. Right. Yeah, I'm hoping that they're able to not impact the families and be able to go ahead and implement what needs to be implemented so that they can get this money back moving. Because childcare is critical, especially if you're like a working parent, because everybody cannot afford to be stay-at-home parents or, staying home, whatever. Okay, Sam says, okay, I'm female. Okay, girl, thank you for letting me know. Yeah, so I tracking female. Yes, ma'am. Okay, yes. Thank you for being here. Yes. Okay, y'all, let me show you the rest of what I have for this, because yeah, it's a lot. Let's keep it going.
We're going to a place called Mako Child Care, which actually has another child care registered at the same address called Mini Child Care Center.
So we should see lots of children if there's this child care center, especially if there's two.
The two of them combined are licensed for 120.
And how much money have these child care centers received?
In 2020, one of them received 1.3 million. In 2021, they got 987,000. In 2022, they got 714,000. That's the last I have for that one. And then the other one, 1.604 million in fiscal year 2025. Fiscal year 2024, they got about 800,000, and in fiscal year 2023, they got $904,059. This place right here. And between the two of these childcare centers, they're pulling in about $3 million a year, and there are no children. Every facility that you go to, the windows will be blocked out so you can't see in. There's nobody here. You won't see a single child at any of these facilities.
There are indeed no windows. All the windows are blacked out right here. All right, let's go in.
No.
And the child care center is locked. Should we ring the doorbell?
Yeah.
Try to get in, rang the doorbell. Nobody showed up. They're open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. it says here on their sign, yet there's absolutely nobody here. And this building here, right here, has generated millions of dollars, and it seems like business isn't even open right now, and it's a weekday. And if this was a daycare center, it wouldn't just be in some industrialized building. There would be maybe like a playground or something outside, or...
There's no play area for the kids. So where are the kids? Where's anybody? How can there be nobody here? And it's like this every single day. I've never seen a single child here. In 9 years, I've never seen a single child at this building. Right there.
Oh, then now it looks like we already got the Somalis coming through.
Yeah, they're coming. The word's out.
Hello, is this your daycare?
No. Can you tell us why there are no children? Have you ever seen children at this child care center?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Doesn't know if she's ever seen a child here. All right, let's go to the next location.
So that's interesting because the gentleman that was with him is saying that he hasn't seen any kids there in 9 years. 9 years, y'all. That's a long time. I don't know. I know me personally, I mean, would I be even looking for that? But like I said the other day when we talked about it when it first came out, I mean, there's no playground. Where the kids supposed to play at? Only inside the facility? you know? So I don't know. And so I just looked up something real quick, y'all. I wanted to know about the blacked out week windows. So the short answer, according to ChatGPT, is that no, childcare centers are not supposed to have their windows blacked out as a standard practice. In most cases, it is actually discouraged. Um, they do recommend having natural light, so classrooms should have visible windows where possible. Daylight supports children's circadian rhythms, mood, and learning. Visibility and supervision. Windows allow staff, inspectors, and parents to see into rooms. Transparency supports safety and accountability. They said they could use window coverings like during nap time. Um, privacy, security, and sun heat control, and that they may be using like a one-way visibility film, or you can put like the film on inside of the window facing inside the facility, and then people can't see in, but you can see out. But honestly, when I tried that in my actual home, I felt like I could still see in from the outside, right? So it looks like to me, just from what they're talking about here, they may have had like real tint put on these windows. You know what I'm saying? Um, so let me see what y'all talking about in the chat. Okay, so we have a comment. Let me get this back on here, y'all. Yeah, why is my screen not responding to me? Let me just put this on here real quick. Okay. Okay. So Sam Kilshaw said childcare is so expensive in the UK. Yes. As well, I mean, I'm sure, right? So we were talking the other week about the new poverty line being 140K. I went and looked up how much it costs to put kids in daycare. And because they base that 140K number on having two kids in daycare, and it's just gonna be like maybe 23,000 or 28,000 or whatever. And yeah, depending on where you are, um, it could be that much for two kids in daycare per year. The younger the child is, the more it costs, per week, right? Once they get a little bit more established with potty training, then it kind of goes down a little bit. But yeah, I did not know that daycare was that expensive. Okay. What else we got here? Um, Lou says childcare takes a big chunk out of the new alleged 140K poverty line budget. Yes, that you read my mind. Yes, you did. Um, So Sam Kill is saying adding all that money up is crazy and could have gone to something that the money is needed. Exactly. We cut this off. Exactly. It could have went to something else. I mean, I just hope that at this point it just really seems like to me there may be some type of fraud going on, but I would hate to come to the realization that this money has just been given away, and I'm paying all these taxes, honey. Okay, I'm paying my taxes or somebody's salary around this camp. Okay, because I'm just it's a single household. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that money could have went to something else, especially if it's was misappropriated. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's see what else we got here. Um, so Lou says, dang, the windows blacked out. The kids can't get necessary sunlight. Yeah, that's what he was saying in the video, that the windows were blacked out. Um Windows blacked out, doors locked, right? So I can kind of understand the doors being locked. Let me move that up. I can understand the doors being locked because safety. You don't want anybody that's being able to come into your establishment, and you got these kids here. You know what I'm saying? That part I can get by doors being locked, or at least having some kind of receptionist type area when you first come in, that type of thing. But yeah, these them windows being black like that, like come on, I don't know about that one. So maybe there's windows in the nap time area that might not be, blacked out. Don't know. So then we see Sam Kill saying, imagine how much money the Somalians have had. Are they going to get, or are they going to pay it back? That's a good question. Um, I don't know. I mean, with Trump being in office, I mean, I'm sure he's gonna want that money back, but I haven't seen anything, you know what I'm saying, official. But yeah, I mean, the American people, we need to get that money back if this is truly a fraud situation. Yeah, because I mean, I don't mind, well, I really don't have a say in it, right? I don't mind, helping people who need the help, right? But if it's something that they shouldn't be getting, then I can use that money back in my account. You know what I'm saying? It's expensive out here living in America. Groceries high, gas high, rent high, especially in the DMV, honey. Yes. So Sim Kill says, never seen blacked out windows in any childcare setting, especially not here in the UK. I haven't seen that either. Now I can't say that I've been to a lot of childcare facilities, but I definitely have not seen that here in the States. I've not seen that. So when he was saying that, that was kind of odd to me. Like, why would they have blacked out windows in a childcare facility? I don't know. I mean, I don't know what kind of neighborhood that they have these places in. It looks like he said, an industrial area, very much so. Not suburbs. I mean, there is no playground, there is no swing set, no seesaw, just a parking lot. Cheers to the New Year's, y'all. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe if you are new here. But yes, Lou says that looked like black construction paper. Well, they're probably saving resources, with the blackout effect of the windows. Okay. I don't know. Then we got Sam Kill saying, yeah, it's a crazy amount of money. Then she also said, door locked, yes, they are, and agree with but not blacked out windows. Yeah. Yes. And then Sam Kill also said, there are a lot of Americans that could use that money. I agree. Yes, there are a lot of Americans that could do with that money. Yes. And then she also said, I love your glass. Thank you, girl. I've had this glass for 20 years, 21 years this year. I got them from a store called Pier 1 Imports. So I have this color scheme, and I have another one, the same style, but it's like clear with like polka dots on it. So I got two of each. And I have done, let's see, how many moves have I done? I went to, let me see. I've done like 4 cross country moves with these glasses, not to include anything like local, and been able to salvage them. Yeah, so hopefully I continue with that good luck. She says, I love it. Thank you, girl. So let me show you what's next on the lineup here for this. Y'all, what did I do? Did I okay. Let me start the next video. Okay.
Today we're outside of Quality Learning Center. They spelt the name wrong, so they actually came and corrected it. The interesting about this daycare here in Minnesota is it received $1.9 million in the fiscal year of 2025, and it has a capacity for upwards of 90 children. And what makes this daycare even more interesting is that while the Commissioner of Children of Minnesota was saying that the daycare was closed on a live stream,
Quality Learning Center closed just over a week ago.
a Somalian man was outside talking about how they are open, letting children in, and right now they are funneling children into the daycare as well. And right now, they're not really leering much because they have accepted over $1.9 million, and now The commissioner of children literally said this place was closed, and now you have people funneling in children. The parking lot's full right now. This is all a big psyop. They received $1.9 million. It was a complete fraud. Today,
check out their sweatshirts, y'all. Check out the sweatshirts. They have sweatshirts on that say Leering Center, Quality Leering Center. They have really went out there and created these hoodies. That just took me out, y'all. And one thing about the Somalians, honey, they saw what was happening with this man and his viral videos, and they have come together. They have people coming into that facility. You saw them people bring their kids in there and stuff like that. They said, wait a minute, we're going to go from daycare to daycare, and we're going to make sure that we have people coming in here to show that these are legit businesses. Now, you know, they probably got some kind of community type of communication source or to site to get this all worked out. They are pulling together. That's one thing about them. The Somalians, they seem to be a people that work together as a unit, okay? Because he's saying he was going there, didn't see no kids coming, nothing. This one went viral. They got people bringing their kids in there, okay? Lou says, I wonder what the inside looks like. It should be pretty easy to determine if it's even set up for child learning. Well, on the next video, we're going to see a little bit of what the inside looks like. Because they did have a newscaster that came in and did like a little interview or whatever. So we'll get to see a little bit of what the inside of at least one of the daycare centers looks like. And then Lou says they answered the call to action. Look, they did answer the call to action. They not playing. They are pulling up at the daycare centers and they are supporting one another. Okay. So I can't say I'm mad at it. Then they had, you know, our lady out there on the first video talking about don't open the door. Don't do it. So they got people outside the Somali community, you know, also supporting them and helping them get things moving. So let me show this last video. This is kind of like a response to Nick's video. And we see a little bit more insight into like what the daycares look like and things like that. So let's get into it.
Hey, Nick Shirley, do you have an answer for this one? Take a look at what this actual journalist uncovered about Nick Shirley's story. I'll break it down piece by piece.
all right, we've arrived to ABC Learning Center.
In a now viral video, right-wing YouTuber Nick Shirley claims nearly a dozen daycare centers in Minnesota are taking public funds but not providing a service. He says ABC Learning Center is one of them, knocking on the door in mid-December.
I would like to check a child in a daycare.
Hassan says his employee didn't respond because Shirley was in a group of about 8 people, and his staff were concerned about recent ICE activity.
Let's not forget, the only evidence they had was that they weren't opening the doors and they didn't see any children. Anyone that sends their kids to daycare knows that the front doors are locked, especially during the day, and you don't see the children from the windows to prevent sketchy people like Nick Shirley from entering.
Is this daycare coming from?
No, we're not coming from.
Hassan showed us security footage from the same day Shirley was here. According to the timestamps in the videos, this woman takes a young child into the center at around 9 a.m. that day, about 3 hours before Shirley arrives at the door closer to the street. Within the hour after Shirley leaves, a woman arrives at the other door with a stroller. A larger family heads inside a few hours later.
So again, Nick Shirley was there for all of 5 minutes, didn't see any kids, and said it was fraud. Even though from that day, clearly, kids were being dropped off.
Tuesday afternoon, WCCO found at least a dozen children at ABC Learning Center, which is licensed with the state. Records show Minnesota officials last visited the daycare in November, noting some corrected and ongoing violations related to day-to-day operations, but no record of fraud.
And this is just one of the daycares that this journalist is going to, that Nick Shirley claimed were committing fraud. How's he going to explain this one?
So they're saying that the same day that he was out there, that surveillance showed, you know, people bringing their kids in at least 2 hours after he left, right? And I think I heard them say that they showed people coming in like before he arrived that morning or whatever. I think it's kind of convenient to me, the arrivals after the fact, like kids are only coming like 2 hours later. You know what I'm saying? Like at 9, and he was there, I guess, at 7. So nobody came between 7 and 9. Like I go to work at 7:30. You know, so usually most people go to work between 7 to 9, right? So you would be dropping your kids off, in between that time, and so nobody else came with their kids until 9 o'clock. I don't know, y'all. We just chatting about it, but I'm interested to see, what else comes out of this. I mean, I guess so far what's came out of it is, the Trump administration, you know, pausing that fund. So something has came out of it as far as that is concerned, um, like more scrutiny of the funds, right? So that has came out of this viral situation. But I really would like to know, like, hey, do they really end up finding fraud or not? So we'll see. So we got Abby here. Oh, Happy New Year. Hey, Happy New Year to you too. Hope you enjoyed your time in Vegas. Yes. Yeah, so as you know, I was here doing my New Year's Eve stuff and my New Year's Day brunch right here. I am eating my little cheese and crackers right now. I put a strawberry in my glass and the fluid underneath it here hard to get to. So that'll be okay though. But yes, glad you're here. Happy New Year to you and welcome to the live stream. For all of you who are new here that's watching, thank you for being here. Please like, share, and comment and subscribe. And yeah, Happy New Year. We're going to have a great 2026. Yes, we are. So now we have Nico here. Says Sassy. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you for supporting by commenting. Appreciate that. And so yes, y'all. Oh, so Abby's saying he's still staying in Vegas an extra day. Nice. Nice. I mean, I'm sure the weather is better there compared to, in Canada. As a matter of fact, it snowed here, here in Maryland last night. I went to go walk to the gym here and I saw snow on the ground. So I was like, you know what? I am so glad that I wasn't out because I don't like being out in the snow. I don't like that. I like to be at home when it's snowing outside, okay? But yes, I did have a good New Year's Eve. Thank you. So yes, what else we got here? So the next thing I got for us here, I got a little bit of some funny videos, right? So this first video pertains to D Wade. And I guess the way he says and how he spells his name, right? I never noticed it until I saw this clip. So let's get into it.
Just let me know who I need to talk to about the naming rights of this podcast.
The Y?
Yeah.
What, you got something with the Y?
Man, I've been calling you Dwayne Wade for I don't know how long.
Really?
What? Man, listen.
Well, I ain't never heard you. What?
Listen, let me tell you this because
of the way my name's spelled?
What? Absolutely. I don't know how long I had known you until I finally seen your name. Really, I used to tell people all the time they were spelling it wrong. I used to tell people, I'd be like, oh, you messed with it.
Dwayne is normally spelled D-W-A-Y-N-E, and I understand.
Normally?
Yeah, normally.
Every time except for once. Or maybe twice, because you're the junior.
Twice, because I'm a junior.
You're the junior.
So what, you think you're supposed to get credit because
you've
been saying it to Jada?
Don't
you
worry
ain't
about
said
it. Don't worry about it. I get the check. Don't worry about it. We'll get it. We'll work on it. Tune into the Y, y'all. The Wayne Wade. Just
yeah, I never noticed. Yeah, I never noticed how he spelled his name. Like it's D-W how he spell it? Dwayne, D-W-Y-A-N-E, I think is how he spell it. Y'all. So that was interesting. He was calling that man Dwayne. But let's go ahead and get into this Grinch video because this is probably the best Grinch I've seen.
How you? You not dance? Yes, sir. You not dance? You not ducking? What is a ducking? Show me. Teach me how to not do that? Teach me how to duck it, huh? Say lady! Say lady! right, bet.
That's hard again.
Yeah, the Grinch pretty cool, ain't it? He got some moves too. Hold on. So Lou and you know it is laughing. I think you're laughing at the Dwayne Wade and Chris Paul conversation. Abby saying I never noticed it either. I definitely didn't. I was like, I'm not really into basketball like that. And I just assumed that he spelled it the normal way. Because he got all the right letters, right? But yeah. So as far as the Grinch, like I don't know where they found that person at, but the Grinch got it going on. I like that. The Grinch got the moves on. So yes. Let me see here. So Lewis saying laugh out loud. Abby said the Grinch done lost his mind. Yes, he has. He was out there. He said, what's ducking? He picked up on it real quick. That's the Grinch with a little bit of soul right there, okay? So yes. What else we got? Now this right here is true insanity that we got coming up next, y'all. So let's get into it.
Let me help you out. How did you just?
Now, I guess they didn't properly jump the fence, right? Because they got stuck. That's an old school chain link fence. Like I don't know how they could have just how they could just been there like that in that position that long. So thank God that man was there to help get them off that fence, because I know from my time as a kid, the chain link fence, the top parts, the prickly parts, those things they hurt a little bit. So the fact that he jumped that fence and got stuck, I mean, I don't know what type of dog it was, but dogs can jump fences too if they want, right? So yeah, that was crazy. So Lou is here laughing, and then Abby said, shaking my head. I know, right? That man said only in the hood. Lou said that's why you gotta have that core strength. I gotta get my core strength together then, y'all, because I'm telling you right now, I would need to climb the fence. I couldn't do no jump over the fence. I'm gonna have to climb it, okay? So yes. What else we got here? Now this right here is the next one is kind of like this trend going on. And I'm here to tell you, it's not a trend I could do without my mama. So yeah. And I'm 40 something years old. I could not be telling my mama this right here, not even as a joke. Okay, I know my limitations. So let me show this to y'all.
Let her hair go, nah. Y'all doing too much in this stove. Y'all doing too much. Y'all stop. Let her hair go, TT. Y'all stop. Let her hair go. Y'all stop. Y'all doing too much. Stop. Let her hair go. Stop, Mom. Stop, Mom. Let her hair go. TT, let that girl hair go. Stop. Let her hair go. Y'all doing too much. Somebody call the police. Somebody call the police. Let her hair go, TT. Let that girl hair go. Y'all stop. I don't told y'all about doing this in public. Y'all doing too much, man. And you know I love y'all. Sit up, TT. I'm sorry, y'all. They been fighting all the time. Thank you. I know, man. They just be doing too much. Just bad.
Okay, yeah, I get the wrong description. But no, that man was literally acting like he had kids right there fighting in the stall, and these are literally two dolls. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, literally two dolls. And then he walking off saying they bad. So all I got is mental health is real. Okay? That's all I got. And the people are just standing there just looking like, okay. Like, he telling them to call the police and all of that. My goodness, y'all. My Lord today. Now, let me go to the next one. This is the right context for this next one, okay? Here we go.
I want you to come back around, but I just want to tell you, keep my name out your mouth.
Keep my name out your mouth.
Who the fuck you say?
Just keep my name out your mouth.
Girl, you better get your ass away from me and fuck you in your mouth. You want another one?
I said keep my name out your mouth.
Oh, bitch. You just name out your mouth.
Girl, Sandra.
Mom, keep my name out your mouth.
Why you got my name in your mouth?
Deja, you ain't can't kiss my ass. If I got something to say to nail one of y'all, I would tell y'all. I ain't never scared.
Keep my name out your mouth.
Man, you better shut the fuck up and get out my face, because I don't talk about nobody. If I say once,
You need to keep my name out of your mouth.
I can say it a million freaking times. Crystal, Alana Bennett.
My name out your goddamn mouth going forward, please.
Keep my name out my goddamn mouth, man. You want me to come over there and slap the mess out of you and I'm trying not to cuss to my mom in the room?
To keep my name out your mouth.
Your name go fucking what? What?
I was calling to tell you to keep my name out your damn mouth.
Girl, you better shut the fuck up. Don't make me fuck you.
I want you to come back around.
See, that's the one I was talking about that I could not be doing. Now, it's already bad enough you telling her to keep your name out the mouth. But then you add in the dams and the MFs and all that. Lord, no. Cannot be doing that. No, not even as a prank. I mean, is it just me? Can y'all be pranking folks like that and still live to see the next day? My mom is 80 years old, y'all. She ain't going for that. When they say coming through the phone, yes, coming through the phone, baby. So we got Lou and we got Abby laughing here. Yes. That's yeah. So I'm sure they got a lot of some other clips of this, right? But yes. And then we got Caprello here. Hey Caprello, welcome to the live stream. Happy New Year. Glad that you're here today. Yes, for all that are here, Happy New Year to you. We're going to have a great 2026. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to support the channel. Yes. So Abby said they should put that statement on t-shirts. They should. I would rather put on a t-shirt than be telling that to somebody. Okay? Yes. Put that on a t-shirt. Yes. So, and he says laugh out loud. Yes. So let's see what else we got here. So this next video, I thought was kind of cool. This lady is from Jamaica and she had never experienced snow, and so they captured her reaction and it went viral. She's on the news. So let's get into that, y'all.
After 63 years of waiting, Rose Peters has finally gotten to see snow.
Did you feel like the mom in this moment?
Actually, I did. I literally watched my mom turn into a 6-year-old.
This video from over the weekend now has millions of views as Lisa and her Connecticut home got hit with 8 inches of snow.
For the first time.
But that storm coincided with her mother, Rose, making her first wintertime visit from her home in Jamaica. As you can imagine, Christmas in Jamaica usually involves shorts and sandals.
I wanted to experience the snow, but I was afraid of the cold.
But Rose got her wish and did a little inaugural snow dance while her son-in-law, Billy, shoveled the sidewalk.
Not mommy coming here shoveling snow.
But then Rose wanted to experience that too.
All my friends that live here, they were like, does she want to come to my house next?
They also played Ring Around the Rosie together.
There you go.
And Rose even made her very first snow angel. That snow angel did not last long, unfortunately.
I made it, but then after I got messed up. I was unable to get up.
That's the hard part. You feel like a turtle.
Yes.
All right. What am I supposed to do now?
Exactly.
But after all this fun, the big question remained. Was the magic of snow enough to make Rose want to come back to the cold again?
Sure, without hesitation.
That's news to me.
For the record, guys, Lisa said after leaving Jamaica when she was 16, she is still not used to the cold herself and only went into the snow to share the moment with her mom. What a nice daughter.
That was so sweet. All the way from Jamaica, and she finally got to experience snow, and they caught it and got to be on the news. That's a full circle moment, right? But yeah, I think they're in Connecticut, if I recall hearing that correctly. So yeah, I mean, I guess to have went your whole life, 63 years old, just now experiencing snow, that probably would be an awe experience, right? I think I experienced snow when I was younger because we did get snow a little bit when I was in Alabama. Not often, but every once in a while we got it. So yes. What we got here, Caprello saying that he loves me. Thank you, Caprello. Appreciate that. Then we got Lou saying he's laughing. And then Caprello says, can I take you on a date? Caprello, where are you located? If I recall, you are in Europe, right? So we got Abby saying new experiences equals fun times for many. Exactly. Yes. I mean, she was happy to be out there shoveling that snow. Yes, because she wanted the full experience, of doing it, right? I can tell you right now, I used to have to shovel snow when I was out in Washington State because um, where I lived, we could not put the ice melt down on the driveway because I was in a new property. So they didn't want us to put it down. It was going to change the color of the concrete. So I was out there shoveling a couple times a day just to keep up. And um, I do not care to experience that again. So I like my situation now where I park in this nice garage, and at least here, if it's snowing, they let us work from home. In Washington State, you still had to drive into the office. You just had to come in a little bit later that day. That's how that went. So yes. So let me see what else I got. I got another one for us here. Let's get into it. Now this one, yeah. Just gotta pay attention to what's on the screen. I'll say that. Let's keep it going. Uh-oh, wrong one. Okay, I forgot I had that one. That's J-Lo with Ja Rule. Look, J-Lo got it going on, honey. Let me find out what her age is. J-Lo is not playing around. He had to just turn around and look at it. Like, is that real? Okay, it's real, Ja Rule. Let me see how old J-Lo is. J-Lo got it going on, honey. And she is toned because the legs, like she's doing all that shaking, those legs were solid. It wasn't no cellulite moving around, if you know what I'm saying. J-Lo is 55 years old. 55 years young, actually. And she got it going on. Yep. She got it going on. And Ja Rule, he ain't bad himself, y'all. He definitely kept himself up in the gym. He does not, let me see what his age is. They have both kept themselves together. And it's not just them having money. It's also, what you eat, working out, not being stressed, I'm hoping. But yeah, money does help too. But he's 50. He'll be 50 years old this year. So he's 49 right now. Okay, Ja Rule. Yeah, Ja Rule said he gonna keep it together, honey. Hey, if your whole career is about like your aesthetic, then you got to keep it together. You know what I'm saying? So Abby says J-Lo was at Caesar's Palace performing in Las Vegas. Could have been from yesterday. It probably was. So I want to say when I saw the video, it did say that it was at her residency at Caesar's Palace. So that's pretty cool. that she's still able to like perform. They always be clowning J-Lo on her on her songs and stuff. But J-Lo has done well for herself from being a fly girl on In Living Color. She didn't went from that to having a singing career, being in movies and all that. So she's definitely like made some moves. Kind of remind me of what's his name from Wu-Tang? Method Man. How he was part of Wu-Tang and then he's doing like movies and stuff, being on TV, you know what I'm saying? So I like seeing people being able to like pivot. Same thing with Snoop Dogg. Y'all know how I like Snoop Dogg. He's a national treasure, honey. Because he had came a long way from Doggy Style. We talked about that last night. But yeah, so I like seeing people being able to pivot from where they started and be able to progress and do well for themselves. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them. So Abby said she was amazing for her age. She really does. She does. Mm-hmm. Yes. So let me see what I got next because clearly I didn't write down all of my things correctly. So let's go to the next thing here.
I ain't did it yet. Let him put me on the schedule next week for 40 hours and watch what happens. Watch what happens.
Y'all, so when I saw that right there, hold on, let me get you on here. When I saw that right there, I thought, oh my God, this is one of those videos where, the person is doing like a memorial for the person. You listen to the song and stuff. And this man, talking about that basically he ain't hit the man yet, I guess, with the car. But if he get on that schedule next week, that's what's happening. Boy, I tell you, I was too through with that, y'all. I truly was. But yes, y'all. But anyway, Abby says I believe he in love with him. Talking about the shorter guy, that's the supervisor, the way he was looking up at him with that look of admiration and love. Yeah, I kind of saw that too. Yes, I did. Oh, he said, what did the screen say? Your ink was blocking it. The screen was saying that I wish you would have said that before I cut off the video. Let me see if I can pull it back up. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can pull it back up. 1 second.
Just
y'all.
let me know who I need to talk to about the naming rights of this podcast.
Let me move this
The
over.
Y?
Yeah.
What, you got something with the Y?
Man, I've been calling you the Yang Wave for I don't know how long.
Why don't you come back around?
We'll stop here. And I will. Okay.
I ain't did it yet. Let him put me on the schedule next week for 40 hours and watch what happens. Watch what happens.
Okay, so y'all saw that now this time, right? Yes, honey. That man know he was funny with that. But yes, y'all. So did you catch it this time, Mr. Lou? I got the picture off. Yes. Okay, y'all. Well, I just wanted to kick it with y'all during for to kick off our Happy New Year and everything. If you catch the replay, let me know in the chat. I am going to go live again today at 7:15 Eastern Standard Time, and I'll go a little bit longer with new topics and everything. And so with that, I will see you all hopefully this evening or on my next video or live stream. Have a blessed day and Happy New Year to you all. Out here.